Good morning, lads and ladies. Good morning, lads. What's going on? And ladies. Good morning, lads. Make sure everything's going here. Make sure everything's going here. There we go. Here we go. All right. Here we go. Let's go. All right. Let's go. So, let's go. We might be ready. Let's go. So, we might be ready. Right at the hop here. We've got London highs right there at 284. Right at the hop here. We've got London highs right there. If we're looking at areas of interest, if we're looking at per yesterday, areas of interest, we're trying to determine if this movement up is lethargic. In which case we'll know pretty quick, probably before 10 a.m. Should we blast and fail, or should we even just do this and fail? In which case we're looking for either one of this, one of those lows, and then trading further down. I was a little bit surprised that this flip didn't take out this S&PR yet. I was a little bit surprised that we tapped into this one, which is fair, right? We're looking at this being a very valid structural area of interest, right? We're looking at this being a very valid structural area of interest. We're looking at that high, that low, right? And you've got your midpoint and you've got that, so that makes sense. We tapped into this, so this flip could be considered invalid if we have a vast move off the open, but if we're looking at this here, that's essentially why we bounced off that yesterday. This here. There's an echo. Essentially why we bounced lovely. Yesterday. One sec. There's an echo. Essentially why we bounced lovely. One sec. One sec. One sec. There's an echo. Essentially why we bounced lovely. One sec. One sec. One sec. There's an echo. Lovely. One sec. Is that better? Testing, 789. Weird. Sorry, lads. Here comes the open here, actually. We didn't get that drive. So that's a little bit annoying. I liked how he took that 15-minute and then essentially we closed underneath it. That was huge. But wanted the 9 a.m. hourly low, and assuming we don't fail this before 10 o'clock, then we're looking for just an unwind. We'll be giving away some accounts today as well. So let's make some money first. Asia lows definitely on deck. There's been very, very little in terms of pullbacks. It's been one directional movements, both with one way or the other. Yesterday was obviously quite heavily bearish. The day before that was quite heavily bullish. No pullbacks, just expansionary. We've got places to go. Good morning, good morning, good morning. Wait for everybody else to, well, we're not going to wait, but everybody else sneak in. Morning, Samir. This is just unloading. Good. We've got everything from yesterday as well. Those lunch lows, I was surprised. The AM lows that we had a quality idea. So you had a your 12 o'clock closed in the bottom half of this range here, and yet we didn't run the low. There's a 24% chance of that happening, and it did happen. Strong possibility that we come for it. Now the weird thing is that statistically, when London engulfs Asia, we usually take the London high. We didn't yet. So I'm kind of thinking, and this is talking about earlier. I didn't post what? Morning, Nisha. This is kind of speculating that we're going to run it out before something happens, or perhaps this was just a liquidity run. And I'm really surprised we didn't run this AM high out either. So I'll be looking to position myself now that both 9 AM hourly high and low has been taken. I posted in the bullpen. It's 619 in general. Hey, Paul. We'll see what goes on here. Again, looking at this 5 and the 15, I think recency bias, everybody yesterday is kind of looking at what happened yesterday, and they're just kind of going to short themselves into oblivion. So my idea is we've got some sustained pressure. I want to see an attempt to sell off here at this low. This probably won't end up being a beautiful trade, but profitable because it's more of a location-based aggressive trade from sweeping this low. We're getting some sustained pressure. I want to see this attempt to sell off. If it can't, then essentially I want to be involved here. Did I short this? No. No, I was waiting for something to run it, which is actually giving us cause because I'm looking at least trading back into the 230s here. Getting some sustained movement.
Order submitted.
Maybe I'll hop in on this. I should have marketed that close, but I was hoping for a little bit of a pullback back in. We've now achieved the objective of trading back into this consolidation. So if we're going to trade back lower, that's the area that's going to come from. And I think that's important because we can speculate, right? We can look at, hey, I want this. And the market can be like, I don't care what you want, right? How often does that happen? But what we do know is that if we fail down here, we're reaching for somewhere higher, right? We're reaching for somewhere higher, which is this. We don't know if this is going to overpower the longs. We don't know if we're going to blast through it. We do know that there's a lot of volume here and a decision was made. Right? So we just made a valid low. That's strong. Good. I think we get a bit of an attempt to sell off here just based off of this, but that's likely profit taking. We're going to determine just how strong this is. If we had a stall candle, I would have been involved in that. Right? We're very early in the morning. I'm liking that a lot, but we'll see. Right? There's obviously a lot. You see them clearing the bid out. But if it can't achieve anything, we're in for a major squeeze here. Yeah.
Order submitted.
One more tap back down, and then stop goes underneath that low. I don't care that it closed bearish. I'm looking at the attempt to sell off. And looking at least this high. We'll mark it out if it comes underneath that low. Not giving it a ton of space. as I think that that stall candle should just lift. I can understand why there's sell pressure, but I want to position myself for that run. Double bear bars, okay. If it can push above these at 228, then I don't want it coming underneath this. As it stands right now, probably a 10-point stop, not really giving it a ton. Right, we're seeing stall here, but I want lift, which means that it very well could go underneath this. But I'm sticking with my original narrative where I think we're going to get a squeeze going on. Okay, good. Need more of a lift than that. $30s, good. Got to get through them. At least that high. I'm going to take one off here and de-risk. And looking for expansion. Really good close. ES pushing as well. Want to see this support price now for everybody that's kind of looking for death and they're seeing sideways strength. I want them to kind of try and mitigate their positions here. We should see this bounce off. If it doesn't, we might have something else. But we've already de-risked anyway, so. Bounce, you prick. Let's go. Not exactly a bounce. Want to see this break through those 28s. The longer it spends here isn't necessarily a bad thing, but we were looking for something a little bit more volatile. Right? And I think I needed to get through these 28s here. And the reason is because that's really selling off. No, I'm going to take this off. I don't necessarily think it's a negative idea, but I was seeing, well, pretty much exactly this, right? ES is dropping. I don't think that, like, again, this, cool, okay, SMT, not ideal. But with this idea of failing in here, at least to take this high, we didn't get that. So if this is the objective and we blast, then essentially we're looking at some sort of weakness coming in, similar to this, which was our idea in the first place. Right? Similar to that. And then if that bounces, then we've got a blast. Otherwise, we've got lower to go. Whether that's here and we rock it now, ES is taking the lows, NQ definitely has not. Right? Yes, we've snapped, we've traded back in, but if we go sideways and that low is 1550, that close was 1550, we're not seeing the urgency from NQ at least. PA has been a little bit interesting this month. Myself personally, I did not trade it very well yesterday. We're gonna learn from that and move on for today. Let's put it that way. We're in the pocket of this push up. Again, if we're going to run this high, we've got major divergence now. We've got a target lower at 160 for NQ, sure. But this trade idea, I think I need to see something a little bit more for it to run. I don't think I'm comfortable. I'm not comfortable taking like a wombo combo setup from here. That doesn't make a lot of sense to me. Right? That doesn't make a lot of sense to me. I think that worked out there. Okay, cool. But good morning, good morning, good morning. We'll see. We'll see what our opening range looks like. If we've got this high at 930 at 63, and that ends up being our 15-minute low, then we very well could run that out and blast up. Or we very well could, like as it stands right now, here's your 5, not looking great. We're technically sweeping underneath this. We stabbed up into our manipulation leg here, but I did expect that high to go. Here's our 15-minute as it stands right now. 1 minute until a large wick. I think we do have, no, news is tomorrow, isn't it? Yeah, news is tomorrow. One other thing of note is that we've got some major earnings going on, which is why, if you guys are noticing or commenting on price action being a little bit more of a higher time frame level to level movement, when the big stocks have earnings, futures get used as a major hedge, and there's quite a bit of added volume that comes in, and depending on what you believe, the algorithm either goes haywire or whatever. Right? So around FOMC mornings, you've got different stuff going on. During Tesla and whatever earnings. Now Nvidia, which actually has the biggest market cap in the world now, that's next month. So at least we don't have to deal with that. There goes the AM lows, right? So new 15-minute candle open. Now we're sweeping this out. If we're going to reverse, we'll see some sort of movement. I don't like how there was no buying there as it stands right now. If this was going to reverse, we'd have to break this. Right? So I'm not really interested in catching a falling knife. Morning, Man Bear. Right? I think that that flip there, that probably would have been a decent short to take at 219. Again, not really interested in, well, I can understand the shorts. I think that would have been a good trade. I'm more interested in taking the long, so I wasn't really looking short, and 50 points later, fair enough. 1 for 1 this morning, just passed my first ETF 50K account. Let's go. Hey, let's go. First ETF account? You've passed evaluations before though, yes? That candle does look nasty. This is an expansion exhaustion candle though. Right? So we'll see if we get some sort of a stall here, then we head back up. You're looking at this area of interest as a target, ideally. And again, our 15-minute low, like our 15-minute opened here, it drove lower, right? If we're going to sweep and fail, we mentioned we had this this target from the AM low, or so the lunch lows yesterday. It's very possible that we take the daily low. And if you're looking at sort of the next day idea, here's your daily candle. Like that's nasty business. So we filled that gap. Bearish price action. Ideally, we take the dailies low when we're bearish, right? So you've got, so if you're like looking at this, we've had a lot of bullish movement in fairness, but usually when you have a bullish candle, you take the bullish high, right? That did not, obviously. That ended up running the low. We then took both sides here, took the high of that bullish candle. This one actually ran the low of it. We then ran higher, we then ran higher, we then ran higher. This is actually a very choppy PA. Okay, looks like we're getting a bit of a 15-minute sweep. I'm actually going to size down for this. Some sort of a movement back down to 83, hopefully. And we'll look at taking a trade with the stop. I do like the lunch lows, which is kind of annoying. I want to position myself for that 15-minute sweep and fail. Right? Something like, where is it? There. But this has got to go red to green. And ideally we hold that low. The problem is that we have this major objective below us. It's not really wild about hopping in here, but I think that we very well could be just away to the races if it wants to rally and take those, take the London high as well. And it's possible that we do both. Right? We could do something disgusting and then we'd probably get our CSD, some sort of stall here, which I'm going to wait for. And I think if we flip, then we're not taking this low before we take this London high. This is a structural area of interest, so we would expect something to happen here. Right? We also talked about this being the level-to-level area of interest. Right? So if we fail here, whether we're involved or not, this is the area where we're expecting a reaction from. We don't know, similar to what happened here, we don't know if this is going to push it down or if it's going to blast through it. The market makes that decision and then we act based off of that decision that's made. Right? This is so far about 15 points of a sell-off. You're looking at least at this low. Had you taken this short just for whatever. Kai, what's up, man? One of my favorite days of the week. The other one being, of course, tomorrow. The countdown is on. The countdown is on. It's a good response to this so far. I need to see something a little bit more for me to consider even taking a long to take this 238. This is obviously strong. That's good. I think if we get some sort of a stall candle on the bearish side, fine. But right now, directionally, we should be leaning for more downside. I'm just looking at this 15-minute sweep as being very, very dangerous, and I want to position myself for the rally up. Right? The danger with that, obviously, is that we are bearish. Right? This could be a lethargic movement and then death. Right? We flipped on the hourly. We flipped yesterday. We traded back in lethargically. We were expecting a downward movement. We got it. Didn't we? Come on, TradingView. There you go. So there's our 180s. I'm going to actually take this. Take this with the idea that if we're sweeping the 15 and failing and we're leaving this, that this is how it's going to work. Right? If we fail to make a valid low here, this is very, very aggressive, mind you. But the idea is we run up taking all of this. If this 15 is going to hold. And now we get to position ourselves to see if it's going to make that decision or not. Really good response. Again, ES taking the lows. Not interested in 10 points. My stop will be underneath this candle. It shouldn't return back down underneath 80 here. Right, supporting our theory, we've got this. That's not good. That should at least take this high at 211. Should. It very well could, Demetrius. It very well could. And this is going to make me look silly when it comes back down. If it comes back down. Right? So it's great that you guys are doing, like when I'm in trades, the idea of this execution on the dome on the right of the screen isn't to override your guys' analysis or talk you out or into trades. Right? I want you guys thinking, you know what? I'm not really comfortable with this long. I don't know what the hell this guy's doing. Let's watch for the lulls. And see if he gets wrecked or not. And if it does work out, then it's, well, okay, explain to me your thought process and why you got involved there and why you're positioned for this. Right? Like we're seeing some stall. We tapped into that area of interest twice. In fact, we've done the exact same thing as this. We are against trend. Right? And now essentially your job is to determine whether or not this area is going to hold or not. So far, it looks like it's doing a very good job of that. This idea is a swing, which is why I've sized down a little bit. Sure, we may fail to make a valid high, but we're not shoving. ES still hanging out at the lows. We've swept them, cool, at 950. We have a new 15-minute candle opening. If we close above this, then this 15, which opened here, if it closes bullish, then we very well could have a reversal pattern, right? And you got something that drives through, and now we at least take this high. All right, so positioning myself for this to be a sweep and fail, I've got one thing that I wanted to see for certain. And we're fighting over this 15 if it wants to close bullish or not, which is right here, 198. Well, no, I mean, I very well could get hit here. For example, I was looking for longs. I'm sure that some people in the group took a short here and made bank, as they should have. Right? You guys see that we're fighting over this level at 98. We don't know who's going to win. But if we do blast, then I want to position myself down here in the manipulation. Wow. And if I'm wrong, well, here we go. Okay, so if this doesn't rally immediately, then I'm gone, because I think that was very initiative, and it looks like it's going to take that low and clap me out. We'll find out very, very quickly. If it holds 83, we're fine. If it doesn't, then I'm in the water. Good morning, good morning, good morning. Right, obviously underwater here, 74 being the area of interest. If it trades down to there, I'm out, no questions asked. Because the entire idea was predicated upon this trade closing above.
Order filled.
Right? So took a decent loss there. Okay. Nasty candle at 956. Nasty candle at 200. Just death. Cool. Now we wait. This very well could sweep, fail this, and then blast. Who knows? right? We still got 3 minutes left. And if they do me dirty and they actually hold this low at 83, then we'll hop back in on something up in here and we'll ride it out. But I have to respect the initiative price action there, with ES running the lows and everything else. Morning, Lane. Morning, Victor. Two minutes, 198. And you could argue, sure, like we traded back into this area, then we held here. This movement is great, right? It doesn't mean that we're rocketing up, but I like that we failed to make a valid high there. That was strong to me, and it was surprising that this didn't run that out at least. We got one more minute. I think we'll end up taking this 15-minute low, and obviously people are positioned for taking the lunch lows, which probably should have been the idea given that that we're bearish, but that's fine. We'll make that back, no problem. If we spike up at 10 o'clock, given that we have a bearish 15, so if we run this out, then I'll likely short from this area which started us off, and the stop will be above like 204. And that idea would be to run this low and then this one. But it looks like we're not going to get that. Right? But this is what I mean as well, right? Like, just because I'm in a long, if you guys are seeing short from whatever your system is, or whatever your entry model is, personally, I wouldn't have seen much of an entry model short in this. Right? We were actually above the 15-minute. We swept and failed it. We had strong displacement through this. We respected this area, which is fine. Here's your 10 a.m., right? So here's your 15-minute. We've got another consolidation area as well. So if we stab up into the 80s, then cool. That's good.
Order submitted. Order filled.
Again, we've taken lunch, expecting higher. Aggressive trading, yes. Against trend, yes. But looking at lethargic movement, we should trade at least back up into the 70s, probably the low 80s. Not letting what happened here dictate what goes on with this. I like the aggressive nature of this trade. We want to see if we can blast through here, then we're fine. This trade should be a retracement by nature. But I'm liking the movement as we take 50-minute lows. And I think we've got a major directional bias higher with this London high and the AM high. Given that London engulfed Asia, there's a very high probability that we take London highs out. Doesn't necessarily need to be from this trade, but why not? Right? If we get a CSD, then we'll look to add in here. If. It's got to close above this 181. We haven't quite done that yet. This is the area. Again, this juts up into this and we sold off. If we respect this area and we sell off, then I should be out of this position. That's a really good movement away. We'll see if they recover this candle. 28 seconds. Again, hourly sweep, 15-minute sweep. A lot to like about this. But trading against the trend so far. ES trying to CSD. Hasn't quite succeeded yet. We got our movement away, so I probably should be out of this. But I think that the draw on liquidity higher is what I'd like to position myself for. We'll see if they can blast through this or not. Or if we have to take the lows again. Good. Eight seconds left. Closing inside of this would be ideal. If this is bullish, that's even better. Okay, didn't close inside of it. All right. If we take the high and fail, I'll probably take this off. Otherwise, probably going to take it off. Slightly under break even if. I want this to blast through. I like this a lot. Right? Sweeping and failing hourly and a 15-minute low. But if we don't get that hourly or 15-minute movement, then we have no business being in the trade. I like how ES is trading sideways. Right, so I want to be positioned at this location, but we're having difficulties. So maybe we sweep this, and I'm holding a little bit longer than I should. Fair enough. But I trade these fast tracks very, very aggressively. Really speeding up here, okay. If we lift above this candle, then I'm going to add. Otherwise, this is just consolidating here, and it should run the lows again in the 50s. ES lifting, which is very, very good. We need NQ to do the same. ES has already ran the low. Okay, we need a push here and we're good. This is the speed that I want the dome operating at. This is what I want. I want finished business, acceleration through and gone. I want shorts to panic because that's going to lead to our lift. Right? We got 35 seconds. We should close above this high at 71.25. Otherwise, we're not really moving in tandem with ES. Like, let's go here, lads. Not liking that was bearish. We should have closed above 71. Trade's not invalid, but obviously I wanted more. Yeah, very well could get another one. I like how ES is already done. I really don't like how NQ isn't following suit. Right, 10:07. We have a no, like unless we're waiting for yet another 15-minute candle drive lower, which is fair because we're stalling here, which tells me that it's unfinished business. There goes the lows, okay. Nasty business. ES still remaining strong. So still in this position. I think all that accumulation just ran everybody out, and I want to be positioned for the rally. Finally. And we have no reason to come back down here now. Like this should lift. It's also why I'm trading small here with 1. Right? So this is like sort of your pseudo confirmation, where we've ran everything out and you've got that sort of engulfing candle. It's very possible that we trade back down to like this here at 65, 63. But this should lift now. And we want at least above this high, and we want explosive movement. Beautiful scoop, beautiful patience for those of you guys that waited. Perhaps I was a little bit early, and that's okay. But I want to ride this. That's going to be disgusting if they sell it off now. This has got to hold.
Order submitted. Order filled.
I think my stop is now underneath 60. I'm adding on that with this idea. We've got pretty much every sweep we've wanted. If it doesn't want to go, then it doesn't want to go, in which case I'm gone. But I'm expecting this to rally now. If our thesis is correct about the London highs, this is how it should operate. I don't like that we're stalling down here. I want this to bounce off of this, similar to what we were talking about over there. Happy to add. And we need lift. If we don't get it, then we're out. Let's go. Man, oh man, ES doing all the work, NQ hanging out. For what reason, we have no idea. We've already done everything lower. So if we continue lower, well, the only thing we've got left is the lows, which is not good. Stall candle bearish.
Order filled.
Take that off there. Don't necessarily think that the trade's in danger, but it's just not going anywhere. It's disgusting. And there's the result. Just not playing ball. Not playing ball at all. I like the ad. I like the trade. Right? We've got a lot of sweeps and fails. It's just dirty. And that is what it is. So here's our 15-minute right now, which I don't like at all. Not good. Not good. And that's okay. Right? Like, if we do the exact same thing that we did yesterday, and we grab this, This is usually what will happen over time. And that's fine. That's what you want to position yourself for. When you got an area of interest higher that you expect to trade into, in this case it was actually that 1 or 223 area. Right? ES is strong. We like that a lot. NQ is just not doing anything. At least so far. And when it does come, it'll be a giant middle finger probably. So we'll wait. We'll wait. Maybe we've got the AM lows and we're just going to unload. We've got another 50 points for that. Yesterday's low. Okay. We'll see what goes on. Morning, Swidang. Yes, we will be doing the giveaway pretty soon. Pretty soon. Right? Not getting any sweep and fail. This hourly is. I do think this lethargic movement, obviously it's very, very different than yesterday, where we just died, right? This is not. Frustrating. This movement usually will give us a nice rally. And here we are again. Any news today? I don't think so. That we're operating on, like I really like how fast everything's moving. We're operating sort of on earnings season stuff, right? Now that's very, very strong. Closing above this manipulation leg. If we trade back down to the mid-60s, this will probably be something I'd be interested in long. We've got a new 15-minute candle opening. Great. Right? Your 5 is looking great. We ideally want to close above this in the 5. That would be a nice rally. And then we trade back down to the mid-60s, which we're looking for. If it leaves without us, it's going to be a giant middle finger. Can't get involved up here. I do like the sustained buying pressure. We haven't had that since this. This area is mitigated. This area is mitigated. We've already displaced above this. So we have these, and then this, which we just took. So we've got a very, very fast movement if it wants to come out. I'm looking for any way of getting involved that's not up high inside of a potential range. Right, ES flip back bearish, fine, but that could have just been pulling back to this manipulation leg that we closed above. This was just nasty that it did this twice. This 100% will take that all the time, right? Even this movement here, perhaps, like I think that this is valid of an idea. So waiting to see if we get a trade back down into this mid-60s below 70 here or so. Right, ES failing here again, fine. 15-minute low, fair enough. Hourly looking beautiful. This inversion would be a little bit of a concern, but I think that would just be facilitating movement back down to like 67, 68. This is a protected high as well, right? We closed underneath. This was a valid pullback. It then had a body closure underneath this one. So we are inside of, like, we're determining right now if we're breaking structure or not, right? This is a bit sus, right? We just got our stab back into our fractal here. A little bit of a move. I just don't like how ES failed to CSD and here we are. So looking to see if we get any sort of reaction from this area of interest. Looking at this. Oops. All right, so here's your 5. Not exactly ideal. Here's your 15. Not exactly ideal. Don't want to get too caught up in this, but we did flip, right? We're now trading back into the area where we did flip. If we sweep this candle and go red to green and trade through, then I'm going to take that at 67. I did, yes. I had one small winner going long in here. And then I took a couple of losses. I took a loss here, going long off of this. We were actually up 20 points and then got clapped. And then I took another loss in here, adding to this, and then it just dumped again. That's good. And
order filled.
okay, stop underneath this low. We just traded red to green inside of our breaker. This should lift if it's going to. So got my sweep, got my red to green. This ideally should lift if we're going to flip, which we just did. And we should look to take this high. And then ideally we're going to get a little bit more of a blast. I don't like how the 5-minute swept and failed. Right, we've got a 15 minutes. So essentially we're looking at this hourly low that's sweeping and failing, and we want this to lift. In which case this should either be a stall candle and we blast off. Right, ideally I want to see this balanced area of price not respect. I wanted to see it invert. So I can't add on this. We might add if we get a lift through here. We start to see some stall price action, but I need to see explosive movement here. Good, really good. Let's continue to lift above 88. I want to see it respect here now. I don't want to see it trade back down to my entry. I would be break even. This should hold this balanced area now that we've closed back above it. This area is now considered done. We want it to support price on the way up. Got a lift, lads. Hourly sweep and fail, looking for expansion. Let's go. And if you are involved, it's not relevant whether you're red on the day or whatever your prior trade was. This trade has to do with itself. So manage it accordingly, not based off of anything that went on here, not based off of anything other than what you expect to see. I want this high. Right? We should get a reaction from this 8250. We don't know if it's going to fail or not. But we're positioned ourselves for, if we're going to win, we've got a lot of explosive movement here. And we'll find out very, very quickly if it's going to explode or not. Because everybody's short, aren't they? Right? So want to see what goes. Again, stalling, okay. Stalling in the area where it should, but again, I want to see this hold, otherwise I'm flat. We're starting to get this sort of grind EPA where we're going sideways and we're not really expanding as we would expect an hourly expansion move to go. Still supporting, at least so far. That's good. We're nearing 1030. Stalling up here is fine if the sell pressure does not equal something like this. That's fine. Right? It's a little scary when you've held and you've gotten dumped on. Isn't it? But we have to judge based off of the personality. Now, if we lift, we're going to lift above this, and ideally that should be very, very quick. Good. Good. Expand now. Expand now. Come on now. I don't want this consolidation to be manipulation and then blast through. Getting everything we want so far, but I want a closure above 88.
Order
I'm
filled.
going to take that off there. Just not happy with this at all. So gave back another, what, 5-10 points. It's not necessarily wrong or a short by any means. I think that if it closes underneath this, you can make that argument. But again, we're still looking at this area balancing price. Just didn't really want to entertain this given that... right? Like, I do play a little bit more defensively when I'm red. I don't treat this trade differently necessarily, but I'm a little bit more cautious of failure that goes on when the personality of the day is violent failure. If that makes sense. Right? So, like this is hold. This is price action that I'm willing to hold through. Right? Respected here. Is our trade working or not? Yes. Trades up to the area of interest. Is there a violent reaction? Have we taken liquidity? If neither of those are met, then this essentially is just accumulating for a movement up to then take everybody out. That doesn't mean this is going to lead to this. The reason that I'm out isn't necessarily because of that. I still think that this is exactly what you want to see for a lift. The reason that I'm out is because I wanted a violent movement from here, that it was an hourly push. And if we're kind of stalling out, that doesn't make a lot of sense to me. This has now flipped your 5-minute. Right? This is your 15 looking strong, but we're taking a 15-minute high. This is your hourly, which is looking like a very, very beautiful reversal signal. And I could be wrong. And this could just rocket from here, in which case I wasn't willing to hold through another 10 points of drawdown or so. That yellow indecisive candle. You talking about this one? Yes. Yeah, I looked like if I'm marking this out, I want this area, now that we've blasted, if they're going to be buying here, I want it to support price on the way back down, which it did, and we made some money off of that. Right? Now this is just continuing to lift, and we don't have to be happy about the price delivery. And in reality, I should have been break even, but when we're failing and we've now flipped here, the probability of this coming back down and taking me out is strong. So I'd rather wait for some sort of a second entry or a different trade. Here we are. Right, so very, very happy with a lot of my entries today. I think that the longer this goes on, I'm not wild about the delivery. As you can see, we're now in the 90s. I like this a lot. And we'll want our long back. But with my execution, other than, I mean, this one was a little bit early, but even then we still were up. I think we were up 10 or 15 points on it at one point. This trade we were up. That trade we were up. Right? Like, if we execute like this typically, then we're quite happy. And we'll do that all day, every day going forward. That's cool. And we expect to make money as it goes on. Like this flipped, we've now taken the high. We expect this candle now to support price. Right, we can get rid of this balanced area of interest. Right, now we're at 10:30. So here's your 5 minute, here's your 15, right? So we swept the 15-minute high. We're now trading back into this wick. Your hourly still looking beautiful. We want that to continue. We're not really seeing the shove just yet, but that's fine. We'll see if we stab back down to this area of interest or what we're going to do. When are we getting a new haircut? The new haircut is today at 2.5 hours from now, actually. My little one does Irish dancing, so I had to postpone it slightly. 67. Yeah, I think I'm gonna get this. That was our last stab. I think this is gonna be a firefly, especially if we sweep and fail underneath this 74.75, which I want to be positioned for. Stop goes underneath this low. Tag me in, tag me in, tag me in and go. Tag me in and go. Oh.
Order filled.
There's the tag. Okay. Ideally, this continues to stay in here. And this was just our stab in our area of interest, and now we're going to lift. Otherwise, I'm going to be out of this very, very quickly. This should not like chop around in here. This should be finished business. We've now mitigated this area of interest. We picked up the last few orders, and we want to lift. Otherwise, it's just going to drive through, and that's not really what we want to be in. Right, we're looking at this failed CSD. Ideally, this just lifts. Don't really like how that was bearish, but an inside candle, fine. My God, lads, let's go here. Yes, wedge failure. Failed to CSD at least so far. Not getting the lift that we want from this finished business and done. And...
Order filled.
And... Ooh, that's not good. Stop will be actually underneath this box if we're going to lift. Last area of interest. Obviously a strong CSD. I can't look to do anything other than mitigate this unless it goes underneath that candle now.
Order filled.
No business being in this. Okay. I will take that trade all the time. That's just not really how I want it to react, and now down it goes. Nasty business. And looks like we're getting a 15-minute run of the lows. So red day yesterday, looks like a red day today as well. This fast track idea, obviously underwater. We'll see what goes on. If this, yeah, I mean, a lot is bearish, right? Like I should be looking at aggressive shorts because we flipped here, we flipped there, we lethargically moved in, and now we're going. The 4 hour did close underneath this candle, right? And we did stab back in, but not, like barely into this, I suppose. But this PA I thought was just more of a, like it should have been, at least I thought that it was going to be violent movement through this. I think there's a very high chance that we take London highs today. Trying to position myself for it. This was disgusting. Traded down to the 50s and then just smack back up to where we wanted to be in. Right, so we'll see if this ends up rallying. I like the long aggression, even though we're technically bearish because ES is strong. This violence, I don't really think, yeah, doesn't make a lot of sense to me. It doesn't have to, but yeah. Anyway, I think that's enough damage for one day. I'm going to. Well, you know what? We'll see. We'll see. We'll see if we get another trade out of this. At ETF, do we get 5 points after each purchase, or is it just after the first one? I think that was a promotional thing that they did. You'd have to check. That's a nice stall candle. You guys will have to check. I don't know if Kai is still here or not. That failed to make a valid low. I mean, I still like the long side. But this flip, this was already mitigated, so I don't really like the idea of this flip doing anything other than running the lows, which I think it has to. Right, so I really like this trade that we had that push. Just didn't really get the follow through that we wanted, and thought that this was a sort of a firefly taking that decent wick. Hit that here, just kind of went sideways. Are we losing a candle? We're losing a candle. That stall candle, I ideally wanted. Ideally, I wanted that. I don't know why TradingView is having such a hard time. I ideally wanted this to close bullish, and I think that would have lifted. So that was probably an early warning sign of getting out as well. I can't justify going short here for these lows. I think that it's probably a valid idea. I think that if it's going to come, it's probably going to come in the 70s. If this does fail to make a valid low twice, then you can probably justify it. So we'll see in 2 seconds here. That high was 67.25. That closed at 67.25. So we'll see. Yeah, really rough yesterday for me, and then today just insanity. Right, EF still strong. Right, our 15-minute, our 5 looks gross. Our 15-minute looks gross. Hourly still remaining bullish, at least right now. And then this ends up being your 10:30 exactly, just dropped. This is sort of stalling. Again, we failed twice to make a valid low in here. So I'm going to position myself.
Order submitted.
I'm going to position
Order
myself.
filled.
This will be probably my last win or lose. This will likely be my last trade. We'll see how well our thesis is. I'd like to be positioned to this in the mid 60s, like right about where it is. Right, we could get another sweep. If this closes above 67.25, then I'm flat. But I'm expecting this to support price on the way down, and then we run these lows out again. We got equal lows here. Those should at least be hit, and then we're looking for 46.75. Again, chopping around, we want displacement through. We're starting to speed up, which I like. This better not do us dirty. I think 70.25, I'm out. Right? We're looking at this failing to make a valid low. It's done that twice. In fact, 3 times. We should get a blast. And if we don't, then we're either trading up to here, which I don't want to position myself for that drawdown, or the trade thesis is wrong in the first place. So yes, trading in a bit of chop. Clear area of interest. We've got equal lows here and here. And then now here. So we'll stay in this as long as it's valid. I don't want a strong closure on this candle above this high, in which case just nothing seems to be behaving structurally, and we're just going level to level, which is fine.
Order filled.
Okay. Again, this is the area. Very well could be jutting into this to sell off. I do think that this is the area of interest. We've got, this is just gross. We got triple lows here, double lows there, and equal lows here. I think that those get taken today. But this is just not behaving structurally, and I don't I can't seem to catch a decent short. But we'll wait and see. Yes, so level to level, essentially there's 2 schools of thought, right? Either we're trading based off of structure, right? Which is this. You've got an area of interest responsible for making a decision. We break above it, we trade back to it, we leave. That makes sense. And then in a rational market, this should lift price. Now that we've flipped, this should trade to an area that's left unmitigated, right? This area has been mitigated here, right? We broke below it, we traded back up into it. We then left this area and we displaced through the mitigation of this, right? So that's a change in personality and a flip. We're happy with that. We've gone from bearish, we're expecting to be bullish, and away we go. Same thing would happen here. So we left, we traded up, we traded away, we traded back, mitigated. Okay, So now when everything's unmitigated and we flip, usually that's a signal that the higher time frame is wanting to trade higher, that it's finished what it wants to do and it's done. And if it doesn't, it means that we're either inside of a range, in which case we're trading back up to this area of interest. And you're saying that it's either not algorithmic and it's based off of volume, which is fine. I think they kind of coincide with each other. Right? So we flipped. This didn't take the lows. We've got equal lows all over the place. Both on the 5 minute, the 15 obviously not. But man, oh man, oh man. "15 minutes until 11 a.m. We'll see if I think that was probably a decent short opportunity, and now you're expecting this to not support price. You want to see a closure underneath this. My P&L is red. Pretty decently red, actually. I think the last 3 trades were losses. I'm stalking a short right now. I think that this mitigated this area, and we're looking at least for the drop. Mainly because we've got all this liquidity that's been left. And I don't see a real reason why it would blast now, given this. I don't like it for the long side. This doesn't make sense to me. ES is going sideways. I don't like that swept and failed there. So we might have to take this high out here. We're at 1046. Not getting a lot that I like out of this at all. That was good.
Order submitted. Order filled.
I think if this is going to double top, we should get a strong push away. We've got targets lower. And my stop will be above this fractal here, which is at 87. And I'm looking for this to run the lows. Right, so yes, we lifted, yes, we failed here, but then we failed here as well. Unlikely that we're creating an SNDR. Just based off of this movement away. But I want to see displacement lower. Right, we've got our double top as well, so if we get failure, which would be signaled by a strong push away, ideally closure underneath this candle at 73.25. Then we push up and we fail. We're inside the area that I want in terms of short. Don't really like that we're trading sideways, but we'll see. And finger on the trigger just in case. I really don't like how that closed bullish. Again, trading these very, very aggressively, these fast tracks. But we'll see where this goes. So if it goes up into the 87s, then I'll take this off, and That will be the last trade. Again, like this area supporting price to the downside, great, but we got to see some sort of strong movement here. Right? We've got some inducement here, that's good. This area is now mitigated if we're going to flip back bearish. Right? We've now ran them out. This should be going down, and if it doesn't, then we're just flat out wrong. So watching and waiting. Taking more liquidity higher. We'll see if we get a movement away from it. We're expecting them to have been selling this entire time. We've now traded into the midpoint of this manipulation leg. If we're going to unload, this is the area we're going to unload from. $10.49, so nearly $10.50, which is usually a reversal time as the hourly gets positioned in. Not seeing any strong bearish pushes away so far. So position still in danger. Price speeding up, which will be interesting to see if it takes more liquidity to the upside or not, which I don't really think is high probability, but we seem to be muscling our way, continuing bullish. Okay, we need this to continue now. 10.50. If it traded back to the open, then I'm going to take this position off. That's just not doing what I want it to do. Right, we're getting sell-offs that are just moving higher, and we'll see. We'll see, we'll see, we'll see. This is gross price action though. This is gross. ES still sideways. I think that was 1, 2, 3, 4 losses in a row. So that's me done. I'm going to log off of this before I do any more damage to that fast track. And I think we'll get some marble races going, give away some accounts. We'll pick this up. We'll pick up the account tomorrow. We'll pick up the account tomorrow. Yeah, I like the long. Like this is whoever's in charge of the algorithm or whatever today. They certainly know what they're doing. I like this a lot. There's a lot that I liked out of long. There was a lot that I liked out of it. So we'll see where it ends up going. This is essentially what I wanted out of this. Instead, we got this sort of wedge failure, which led to this violent movement, which still didn't take the lows. Like it's ridiculous, but it is what it is. It is what it is. Yeah. Let's get some accounts going. Let's get some accounts going. Let me start this up and get you guys a save. So those of you guys that are new to it, you got to type something in the chat. If you haven't typed in the chat yet, I don't know that you're here. Man, what a day. What a day. We're here. Let's go, let's go, let's go. I want to join. Okay. I think you just put yourself in there, bro. Let's go, let's go, let's go. We've got 2 to give away today. 2 today, 2 tomorrow. We split it up instead. Well, you're doing better than me. I think I'm down 1,100 bucks. 1,100 bucks. Probably was up if we were looking and we traded this and we just took it off for scalps like 10. We would have made 10, 10, 10. Right? So low VIX chose to swing for the fences today, and every trade kind of gave we made 20 points there, which was nice, but offset by the losses that got taken out, and now it's just grinding higher. Ridiculous. All right, let's go. Let's type some stuff in the chats, lads. You guys have got 5 minutes. Let's put that on screen. Oh, come on. Trading View, what is your problem? There you go. Right? So type in chat. What the hell? All right. Be right back. 1 sec. All right. All right. Let's see if we can get, we got 2 minutes, lads. Two minutes. Let's get a ping going, actually. Want to do the ping box? Yeah. I know you don't do that. Love the marbles. Man, oh man. Nothing like some marbles, though, to deal with a red day. This PA is nonsense. Just going to throw that out there. Hopefully you guys are green. In reality, that short probably was very, very valid. And I was looking for that long because of London highs, which I do expect to get taken. But, man, nonsense down here. Absolute nonsense down here. You guys got... I'll extend it for one more minute because the ping was late. You guys better type in chat. We'll go 11:05 a.m. Type in chat. We're giving away some accounts for some fun. It could be. I still like London highs. There's a very good statistical probability that we take this at 283. Very, very high probability. Pain in the ass to enter. Shook me out with this. This was disgusting. I would still be holding this otherwise. In reality, I should have had a stop at the low, but these lows were equal. Those are equal. That's just disgusting any way you slice it. Pretty much. Pretty much. Giving back my long at 67 and back my long at 67 and somebody knocked me out and put my stop underneath 46. They are the best prop firm. Absolutely they are. For 3.5 minutes. 3.5 minutes. Make sure you guys are signed up by typing something in the chat. You guys still hear me? Let's type some fire if you guys can hear me. There we go. Getting some fire going. Good lads. Expansion, range. Expansion into range. Expansion into range. Two minutes. 2 minutes. This will be interesting to see what happens here for those of you guys that are still looking at this. Gonna be a lot to review today for us, lads. Will be interesting to see if it drops even further. All right. Ooh, sweeping it. Sweeping it. I mean, we got 76. That's it? Man. Man, oh man. What questions you guys got for Canwall while we're waiting here? You got 10 seconds left. Let's get rid of that. Live. Nothing to see here. That's a long. That's an aggressive long for the run-up continued. If. Yes, it's a flip, but it also traded back down to here and our SNDR. So very, very caution. Very, very much caution. Okay. 5:30. Let's get some marbles going. Project X. I don't know about that. Okay. So, quick rules. You've got to be here when the race is done. Very, very simple. Saving the chat now. 1 minute late. You'll have to forgive me. PA has been garbage. And that's not just because I'm red. I think that this movement is just disgusting. You've got these candles that are 5-6 points. And that's not because of the low volatility, which is a common misconception. Right? It's because of earnings. Once earnings are done, then we've got some new business coming in. We've actually got some movement that goes on. This is gross. I think that was a decent long. It's just not. It's not trading from level to level or structural. I think is the main issue. Okay. Beautiful trade, Matt. 180.50. My goodness. What, the midpoint? All right. Nice patience as well. I think I got chopped up trying to be a little bit too aggressive with it maybe, but just disgusting. We bounce back tomorrow. Again. All right. All right, all right, all right. Let's go. Well, get this. There we are. Marbles. Marbles. Oops. $100 people. 100 people. Let's go. Quick little move through. Just to make sure you guys are in, make sure you guys are seeing your name. Bull bounce back Thursday. We got Wafa, we got Botman, we got Replica, we got ETF in the house, Kai, of course. Right? 102. Make sure you guys are liking this stream and subscribing. Now, before we get into this, really quick, the first one is going to be for everybody that actually typed in the chat when they were supposed to at 11 o'clock, or 11:05 rather. Right? That's rewarding you guys that have been here since the beginning. If you just joined and you just joined the last 5 minutes, you'll wait to the next race. Very simple. Second one being, we've got 20 accounts to give away on the 31st of July. We've also got Canwall, the ETF CEO, that's coming on stream. And we're going to ask him a bunch of fun questions. Make sure that you guys are hyping this up. We're giving away about $5,000 in prizes, lads. Right? Like, this is no small thing. It's probably the biggest one that I remember. Make sure you guys are marking it on your calendar. We'll be live on stream. So, Dojo. Okay, if you guys are late, I'll re-import the names as long as you type something in chat. This one is going to be for everybody that was on the stream from 11 o'clock beforehand, supporting us. You guys better be liking this thing as well. Good luck. Big ETF account. Let's go. Got it. Let's go, let's go. It's Tanushri Dineth up there. I'm seeing some familiar names that are always seem to be at the top. There goes a couple of you lads. Oh, the first place curse. The first place curse. The Sun. Oh, Matt. Get going, Matt. The Sun. We have the Sun here. PK, where'd PK come from? Sliding through, good lad. Who's going to emerge, lads? Wafa and Antonio. Oh, Matt making a run for it. Good lad. Let's go, let's go, let's go, let's go. What's going to happen here? Whoop. No. Who's going to sneak through? This is going to be heartbreak. Is it heartbreak? It's Wafa so far. Does anybody get launched? Launched? Anybody? Woo! Wafa? It looks like replica, unless Wafa lads. No, it's replica. Woo! Let's go! Replica. All right. All right, all right, all right. Oh, Fifi got in there 8th. My little one. Good for her. Well, there's Kai, not to be denied. Good lad. Let's go. Let's go, let's go, let's go. All right. Now, GG is right. I'm going to save this chat again really, really quick. And we'll re-import it again really, really quickly. That was close, lads. Congrats to Replica. Good lad. Okay. And downloading. All right. Woo! Who's the first death? Tanushree. You were first place for a second too. How catchy is this music? That's what I want to know. Everybody should be in here. You guys that are new, you've been added in. You want to be second. You want to be second, really. Just in there. 111. All right. Let's do a fun one. Let's do a fun one. What do we got? What do we got? Message me on the school community, by the way. Those of you guys that that are winning here, we'll do a strategy session as well. I'll post the link for the school community right now. If only. If only. The school community is free to join, lads. We've got a lot of educational material on there. Make sure you guys are liking the stream as well. Right? But this is where we post what we're doing and what these plans are. So make sure you guys are joining. If you guys are winning, that's where you got to respond. Let's do Death Alley. What do we got? How many people do you have? We got 111. Here we go. This is a nice little kickoff. We'll be doing the exact same thing tomorrow, by the way, for you guys. Here we go. Here we go. Here we go. Here we go. Come on. Get off of that. We gotta stop being in window mode. Rafa, the late edition. Where am I? Oh God, there I go. Niznos. Laying up there, good lad. Picks making a run for it. Demetris with the well above. Let's follow that guy. Let's go. Oh, Alejandra. Sorry. See you later. Oh, picks. Come on, picks. Ellis. Look at him. Oh, no. Keith. Where did Keith come from? He got launched. Oh, no, it's Samir. Okay. All right. This is going. Hey, anybody get launched? I think he might have it unless he gets launched. Is there going to be a heartbreak? Right up to the end. Oh, it's Samir, is it? Wow, Samir. Sam almost got launched into there. Good lad. Good lads. Congrats, Samir. Let's go. Message me on school, bro. Nice clutch sneak. Look who's last. Just by the way. Like, what the hell is going on? I'm going to get cooked by the fire. If we had stats on who was last, guaranteed. Ironically, Justice is right in front of me. Like, what the? There I go. Outrageous. Dead last. Could not be worse if I tried. At least, like, jump off and put me out of my misery. Like, what the hell? Outrageous. We'll do one more for a strategy session, lads. Which is kind of funny considering today, but we do run up bags quite nice. The last time I was trading ETF evals, I ran up 23K? 23K on that 50K? So we'll do one more for strategy. One more fun one for strategy. Let's go. You were, so we got Samir and Replica. All right. Fun times. First strategy session. To put these accounts to good use. If you can survive. If you can survive. Ooh. Who's this guy? Where'd he come from? Oh, see ya. Sorry, bro. Sorry, bro. This is more of like a war of attrition, this one. You either get launched into the front or you get clapped like that. Sorry, Jace. Chaos. Everybody's still at the back. Let's go, let's go, let's go. Does he get overtaken? That first place curse. Oh no, sorry, Jake. Oh, maybe not. Sorry, Jake. Woo! There he goes. We might have a runner. We might have a runner. What we got? Sanjok. All right. Demetrius. All right. Oh, Snob got through. Oh, no, maybe not. Sorry, bro. Ha! Too soon. Too soon. Oh. He might be through. Oh, no. No. See ya. Demetrius. Oh, he got launched through. He got launched through. Zag Nation, by the way, the current #1 record holder, is blasted through. It looks like Demetrius is through. Hey, good lad. 57 seconds. Oh, hey, how about that? 4th. Oh. You stupid marble. For God's sake. Can't even place top 5. The game's just like, nah. Oh, man. Like, excuse me? Excuse me? 20 seconds. Can we at least somebody get cooked? Well, maybe not JB. Somebody beside JB. Good lad. Santiago? Sure. Sure, yeah, that's no problem. Oh, JB! On your horse, bro! Oh, no! Alright. Demetrius, congrats on your strat session, bro. We're going to call the stream here. We'll be running it back tomorrow with more fast track fun tomorrow. And we've got some more accounts to give away tomorrow as well. The countdown is on. You've got eight days. All right? Smoked. All right, lads. Yeah, Red Day, gonna call it here. Yeah, NQ just not playing ball. Again, we'll see if we get some more fun and some volatility tomorrow. Probably a couple decent shorts. I think we were up about 60 points circa at one point before taking a couple of losses that didn't end up working out. So we'll see how that goes. But anyway, you boys, yeah, we'll see you guys tomorrow. Cheers. Bye, 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 bye. Happy birthday, Jack.